Hey guys, welcome back to Weekenders on the Water. Today we're here at the Seminole Boat Ramp, and today we're doing some training for that Bimini run. It's gonna be a ton of fun, so make sure you stick around, check it out, hit that subscribe button, and let's go. All right guys, like I said, we're here at the Seminole Boat Ramp. It is a brisk day today. It's like in the 60s with a high of 70 degrees, so not the greatest day to do this. It's going to be cold. We're going to go about 70 miles from here in Seminole down, here in Seminole Boat Ramp in Clearwater down to like Eggmont Key. It's going to be quite the ride. The idea here is to try to get some endurance runs with all the equipment, everything on the jet ski. So we got them loaded up there with 10 gallons of gas additional on the back here. My buddy Craig is here. He's going to be going with me today. So Christine is at home. We're trying to get Craig some time to learn how to use the jet skis on an endurance run like this, so that way he's prepared for the Bimini run later this year, because he's going to be joining me on that. So it's going to be a ton of fun. But basically today the whole plan is just go out, ride the skis with all the weight, with all the extra gear, equipment, and everything. Make sure that we're both comfortable with them, and that we can do this for this is going to be 70 miles. So when we do the Bimini run, it's 55 miles, so it's going to be a little bit more than that. But we want to make sure that we're up for the task and don't get halfway across the Atlantic Ocean and want to give up. So that's the plan today. It's going to be a rough ride. The winds are about 12 miles an hour. It's about a foot chop out there. And I think it's going to be more, honestly, once we get offshore, because we're going to ride offshore. So it's going to be a bit of a rough day, kind of going into the wind, at least initially. And yeah, we're going to get beat up. On top of that, it's cold. And I think the Gulf was probably less than 70 degrees today, too, in the water. I don't know why we picked February, but here we are, and we're doing it. So make sure you stick around, and let's go. All right, guys, just got launched here at the boat ramp directly behind me. Straight ahead is the Clearwater Beach overpass. We're gonna head out through there, little no wake zone, and then out through the inlet. Go out to the inlet, about 5 miles offshore, take a left, head south, about 30 miles. So that's the plan. Let's do it. All right, guys, so yeah, I can confirm it is a cold day out here. That water is chilly. Luckily, not too much waves, at least here in the intracoastal. Just kind of a gray, cloudy, overcast kind of day. Yeah, definitely not the sunshine state kind of weather that we're used to. Oh yeah, and by the way, today I'm back on Christine's ski. My buddy's riding mine because it's it's a little bit easier to hold on to that one. And so it's kind of similar to last time, like Christine rode mine to Bahamas, so letting him ride mine to the Bahamas. So we're getting him some seat time on that one. A lot of no wake zones here in Clearwater. It always takes a while before you can kind of get going, especially if you're heading out to the Gulf, because both bridges are just slow speed, minimum wake. It takes a while. And here we're puttering out there. Oh yeah, and some tips about these sorts of rides like this. Since we're going so far, we want to try to save on gas. So we've got it in slow speed, or we got it in eco mode. So with eco mode, it kind of limits it to about 30 to 35 miles an hour. And then you can kind of pin the throttle, kind of like almost like cruise control. And if you pull the throttle all the way down, it'll limit you to like 30 to 35 miles an hour. That'll help us save some gas. And also, once we get out here in the Gulf and away from these minimum wake zones, we're gonna set our trim to where it's all the way up. So that way we get better fuel economy, better performance as well. So that's the trick. That's how we kind of do this. So we got 10 gallons of gas each back there. Obviously we're not going to need that for the Bimini run, but it's good to have a little extra. Plus gas in Bimini is really expensive. Even today we're not going to need 10 gallons of gas, but we will refuel once we get to Eggmont. Now it's going to be a long ride. It's probably going to take us at least 2 hours to get to Eggmont. Got a long day ahead of us, and it's going to be a cold one. Just hoping we get back before dark. Let's do it. I can't believe it. With 19 mile an hour winds earlier today, and I mean it's calmed down a little bit, but it's actually pretty smooth out here. But that's why we're heading offshore. We're going 5 miles out, so that way we can at least get as rough of water as we possibly can today. We don't want it to be a cakewalk. We want to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. All right guys, we're out here. We are 3 miles out. I started hearing my guests kind of moving around behind me, so I stopped to check it. And yeah, sure enough, one of my one of my ratchet straps came loose, and of course it was the one that's hard to get to off the back. So I had to I didn't get it recorded because I'm trying not to sink and trying to get this thing on there. I didn't want it, if I got in the water, probably would have been easier, but it's too cold. I don't want to get in that water. So yeah, anyways, I just had to take my time and hang over the back there till eventually I got it back on there. And I think we're good now. We still got 2 more miles to go offshore before we head south. So let's get it. All right, there we go, guys. We are 5 miles offshore. You can see, I mean, you can still see land. It's not too far, but that's definitely further than you want to swim. So we are out here and definitely getting a little bit more swells. It's maybe 2 foot swells or so. So not too bad, still manageable. At least it's not chopped. But so far so good. Other than the gas can thing, but we got that sorted out. You doing all right, man? Yeah. All right, Greg's doing good. So we're gonna turn south here. We're gonna head 30 miles. All right, let's get it. So now that we're out here, it's not as calm as I thought. It's definitely a little choppy. We got some waves, we got some rollers, we got some swells, but we're doing it. 30 mile an hour on eco mode, currently one-handed. Let's get it, baby! Yeah! Woohoo! Bimini Bahamas, here we come! Woohoo! Gas came loose again. Let's see what I can do to fix this. The gas cans, they're still on there, but yeah, the way I had to put them back on from the last time they fell off, came loose. It's just not on there as good as I'd like it to be, but it's still holding on. I don't want to get in this cold water to have to straighten it out the right way. As long as it's holding on, we're gonna keep going. All right, guys, we found some dolphins all the way out here. See if we can see them. Yeah, these ones must be a little shy. Normally they'll hang out. You can kind of get fairly close to them, and sometimes they'll even ride your wake. Oh yeah, they're over there now. Hey Craig, they're over here. Oh yeah, that one there just popped right out of the water. Oh, look at it go! Oh man, that was awesome. I've only ever seen that like once before. That was cool. Look at him go! Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. That thing came way up out of the water.
Yeah, that was cool. So, anyways, yeah, they don't seem like they really want to hang out with us too much, and I don't want to bother them. They're probably fishing. But anyways, on the horizon here, we can see the Don Cesar Hotel. Further on, we see the Skyway Bridge. Oh, they're right there. Okay, and then I think that's Fort DeSoto, and then this must be Eggmont Key straight ahead. So that's where we're heading. Almost there. It's actually, well, they just keep coming up out of the water over there now. That's cool. But it's actually not too bad. It's calmed down quite a bit since we first left, and it's fairly glassy for what it is. But yeah, anyways, Eggmont Key's right up there. Whoa! Yeah, that's what I figured. It's dolphin playtime. So we got about, I don't know, maybe 5 more miles to go or so till we can stop, halfway. Other than being cold, it actually turned out to be a fairly decent day out here. It's beautiful. Woohoo! Just cruising. All right, well, there's Eggmont Key, about a 1/4 mile ahead. So we've made it at this point. We have used about a half a tank of gas, again on eco mode. So now we're gonna go ahead and practice refueling at sea. Good thing is it's not too bad out here, so it really shouldn't be too difficult. I'm gonna grab the Surecan cans off the back here, pass one to my buddy. I'll fill mine up as well. Dump 5 more gallons in here. We'll stop at Eggmont Key for a little bit. I want to cover like some other stuff with him too, like deep water anchoring, things that maybe he hasn't had experience with, because that's going to be necessary when we get to the USS Sapona. Yeah, just kind of, overall going over just everything we need for the trip. All right, all gassed up. I'm going to head on over to Eggmont for a little bit. Hang out there for a minute. Let's go. Alright guys, so we stopped here at Eggmont Key for a little bit, ate some lunch, flew the drone, checked things out. That was nice. now it's getting a little late. It's about 4 o'clock, so we gotta head back. Since it's so calm out here today though, we're gonna take the eco mode off. We got a full tank of gas on both skis. This one always reads a little low, but yeah, it's full. And we're gonna head back. So we got some practice in about, you know, getting on the skis with full tanks of gas on the back and deep water. Did some deep water anchoring. I think that was it. Oh yeah, and refueling at sea. So lots of practice on all the important stuff. All right, but anyways, I want to get back before it gets dark, so we gotta go. Guys, it is significantly worse going back. We got lots of wind, lots of chop. It's a rough one. I'm trying to keep it around 30, but obviously right now I'm driving one-handed, so it's kind of hard. But whoa, I'm getting my butt kicked. This is what it's all about though. You gotta make sure you can do it here when you have the option to give up. Because once you get out there, you can't stop. You can't quit. No one will save you. You gotta put in the time now. All right guys, well we did it. We are soaked, so wet. Man, it was rough. That way, like, it's funny, on the way going over there, it was so clean, so smooth. We're like, this is gonna be a cakewalk going back. No, it was rough. One of the rougher rides I've ever done, to be honest. And you know, Craig was a champ. Man, he was taking quite a bit of air back there. And I tell you what, this is the way you gotta practice. You gotta practice open water like that. So many people, you know, will be out there in Tennessee, Kentucky, rolling around on lakes or rivers, saying, oh, I did 70 miles on the lake the other day. I did 70 miles on the river. No, you didn't. You didn't prepare. You've got to do it open water. It's got to be ocean, Gulf, and pick a rough day. Don't pick the best day. You know, you got to test your limits. Like I said, this is your chance to quit. This is your chance to find out where your limit is, because you don't want to find it when you're halfway across the ocean. All right? For me, I know I ain't never giving up. I may be an old fat man, but I'm still doing it. I got grit. I got determination.
Try this. That's it, guys. Now come to get me.
But yeah, always love cruising back into clear water after a ride like that. You know, sometimes those no wake zones work in your favor. Anyways, almost back to the boat ramp. All right guys, so I forgot to film an outro for this video, but it was a ton of fun. Always enjoy hanging out with my buddy Craig. We've been friends for a really long time. Really looking forward to this Bimini trip. If you're going on a Bimini trip, this one or another one, always make sure that you do your practice, do your shakedown rides, load everything that you want to take on that trip onto the jet ski, put it on there, because it's going to handle a lot different than it normally does, particularly when you start strapping like heavy things like gas cans and such to the back. They definitely handle a lot different. You also want to make sure that you're practiced in all the skills that you need, you know, how to ride in groups, how to refuel in the middle of the ocean, how to anchor in water up to 20 feet that's going to be needed for the Sapona, and how to get on your ski with all that extra weight and climb over those gas cans and all that extra equipment that's in the back. Make sure you can do that, because when you're out there in water that's 2,700 feet deep, you definitely need to make sure that you can get back up on there without going to a beach, because there's not going to be a beach nearby. This is the time to test it. You don't want to test this on a lake or on a river, anywhere calm. It really needs to be open ocean kind of riding. You know, if you're going to do a lake, it's got to be like one of the Great Lakes kind of deals. I wouldn't do testing anywhere else and think that it's going to be sufficient. You definitely need some sort of like serious test. You want to put yourself to the limit, find out where your limit is, and do that in a safe environment, because you don't want to be finding your limit when you're out there in the middle of the ocean. That could be really bad. That's going to do it for today, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Really helps us out. And with that being said, we're out of here, and we'll see you next weekend. All right, guys, just got launched here at the boat ramp directly. All right, guys, just got launched. All right, guys, so like I said, we are here at the... No. I peed over there. Yeah, that's what I kind of got the sense when I started seeing them on top of each other like that.
The one rolled upside down when I came out.
Yeah. I can post some of it. Yeah. I don't know, amateur outtakes. Here comes the ship.